कि हमारा मदरसा अल कुबा उसका कोई और मकसद नहीं है। मैं सिर्फ ये चाहता हूँ कि अहले सुन्नत के कुछ अफराद नौजवान तैयार हो जाएं, हमें बच्चे दें और मौलवी लें।
Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is another one of the Friday reminders provided by Madrasatul Quba. I hope everybody is well and everybody is safe. Um, Today's message is not going to be, reading out hadith and reading out Quran ayats and stuff like this. Today is going to be, I thought that we'll try and change it up, and I'm going to talk about something that which is for a long time been a taboo within the wider community as a general, but in the Asian community, in the community that we live in, it's been a bit of a taboo, but it's really been highlighted in these times of the coronavirus and lockdown and stuff like this, which is people who are struggling with mental health issues. Now, this is something that's affected me personally, in the fact that I've known people who have suffered with this and who have gone through this, and the statistics do say that the majority of people sometimes throughout their life at some point will go through some sort of mental health issues. And now, unfortunately, the 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 issue that I want to highlight is that in our communities, this has become such a big taboo that people don't discuss this. People just want to sweep it under the carpet, and it's not. There are people who are highlighting it, but it's not being as highlighted as it should be. And especially in this time of coronavirus, because we've had people, at home, locked in their houses for a few months now, and it does play on people's minds, and people start going through lots of difficulties, and there are very vulnerable people out there. And the message that I want to give today is that we as a community, not just as a Muslim community, but as a wider community, should try and highlight these issues and bring them to the forefront, especially in this day and age. We should think about these things, because for too long now, these issues have been swept under the carpet. There's so many people, vulnerable people out there suffering with mental health issues, and our people, not our people, sorry, the people just in generally, but in our communities don't want to recognize this, and we don't want to address it. So it's more just our awareness video. This it's just more of an awareness video that there are people out there, who are struggling with, mental health issues, depression, and anxiety, and things like this. I mean, there's people out there, even just things like body image. People might have put some weight on during the lockdown and stuff, and people might become anxious about this and how they look in public, and things like this. And these things affect us on a day-to-day basis more than we might think. And it's how can we address them issues. And I personally believe the biggest way that we can address these issues is just by talking, having an open dialogue amongst community leaders, trying putting programs on, mental health awareness programs in the community, and things like this will be a huge benefit to our community, and for people to come out, maybe get experts who people can come and talk to, and people can get advice of. This message hopefully will get out there to the wider, some of our leaders in the community. Maybe that we should start setting up some things, some some sessions where people can have some drop-in sessions where they can, some contact points, some permanent contact points where people can go, and where they can, discuss openly and freely discuss their feelings, and how they feel, and how things affect them, because there's too many people out there, unfortunately, who are suffering alone, and who don't want to discuss it, and who don't know where to go, because they think that, because it's such a taboo, because it's such, people are going to say that they're stupid, or they're crazy and things like this, or people just don't understand what their issues are, that they are isolated, they're isolated in society, and they feel very lonely and very vulnerable. I mean, there are some very good programs out there, especially through work. I mean, alhamdulillah, my workplace, that we provide, a mental health program. We have experts where we can go and we can talk to them. There's a 24-hour dedicated line, employee support line, if you especially now, because we're working at home, we're in lockdown and stuff like this, where you can go and talk. You can talk to some experts, get some advice, discuss your issues. Alhamdulillah, and should be a time where we encourage each other as a community to try and move forward, have some productive ideas out there and move this issue forward in our communities and try and tackle this issue productively as a community. And hopefully the madaris and the mosques can get involved in this as well, and hopefully that we can make such an environment where people are more comfortable to talk about these issues. And I know there's a lot of good work that's being done, and those people who are doing that good work, may continue. But it's just an awareness video that I wanted to make. It's not a long video. It's just something that's been on my mind for a long time that I wanted to share with you guys. Also, there's a very good book that was recommended to me, which I just want to share with you as well. And it talks about mental health issues from a spiritual aspect as well. And it's written by a very early scholar. And I'll share the book here so we can all see it. Abu Zayd al-Balkhi's book that he's wrote, The Sustenance of the Soul. It's a very, very good book. It's a very short book, but it's a very good book, and it tackles like mental health issues and stuff like this, and how we can deal with them. I would recommend it that we buy it. But this is just something that I wanted to talk about and discuss and try and highlight, because I believe that it's something that does need highlighting. And I would urge people in places where in higher places in the society, in places of power, like maybe our MPs and stuff like this, and councils and stuff like this, maybe to try and push this issue a bit forward. And if you do know anybody who's struggling, we should be a point of contact. The madrasa is always a point of contact. You can message through the social media and stuff like that, and inshallah there will be people who will be able to support you. If they can't directly support you, they'll put you in contact with people who you can support. So that was my message, very short message. I just want to make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all safe and protect us in this time and give us the ability to see this through and come out as stronger people, inshallah. And so that was my quick reminder for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.